All right, y'all, today we are going to make double honey lemon glazed salmon. I call it double because I use a lot of honey, double the size I would normally use. This is a half a cup. You can cut that in half. Old Bay, black pepper, Tony's Creole, garlic, and 1 lemon. We're going to start by cutting our cleaned salmon. Me personally, I love the skin on salmon, so I leave the skin on. So sometimes it will be a little tough to cut through, as you can see here, but I just love the skin, guys, and it's the healthiest part of the salmon, believe it or not. So I'm just cutting these in sections, like so. I'm adding some olive oil to my pan and go ahead and preheat it. We're going to start seasoning. We're going to do a teaspoon of Old Bay. And you can adjust this to however much salmon you're cooking. We're going to do a teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to do a teaspoon of Tony's Creole seasoning, and that's where your salt will come in at, so you don't need to add any additional salt. There's enough salt in the Creole seasoning. And lastly, we're going to add restaurant-style black pepper. Now I'm going to start adding my salmon pieces to my preheated pan with my olive oil. And it's cooking. And you don't want to overcook your salmon. Salmon is very easy to overcook. Pay attention. It'll start turning white. As it starts to get halfway through, you can flip it. But before I flip it, I'm going to add my seasoning. So I'm adding honey, minced garlic. I want to squeeze in 1 fresh lemon, the whole lemon. And then once I squeeze it, I'm going to put the lemon in there as well because they're clean. And now I'm just going to start coating my salmon with the base, the honey glazed base that I've made before I turn it. And now we're going to go in and add our garlic powder. Don't be afraid, you can't over season with garlic powder. And now we're going to flip it. So it cooked on the first side for about 6 minutes. I'm going to cook it on this last side for about 4 to 5 minutes. You don't want to overcook your salmon. I say 12 minutes top. And then I'm just going to finish with some parsley. If your honey is too thick, you can always add water. I like my honey thick. But if it gets too thick for you, just add water. It won't harm it. And this is how it turned out. Boom, there you go. This is really, really, really good, guys. Like, this is really my go-to meal. I love salmon and I love a honey glaze. I just love it. It tastes really good. And just look how juicy that is. It's cooked to perfection.